Well, just there under the surface, one palm guard. That's what that is. It's an oval piece of lead shaped to go in the palm, and that is a palm guard, most probably for sewing. Okay, moving on to the next. Well, not sure what I've got down here at the bottom of this hole. I think it's a button, or maybe it's just a button. Well, I thought it was going to be a coin, but it's not. It's a nice little, it's either a harness mount. I'm not sure if it's a button. It looks more like a harness mount. It's better. Let's just try and wash it in this water. God, the mud. Look at my shoes. Up to my eyeballs in mud. Anyway, that's what that is. It looks like a little harness mount. I think there's a possibly, no, there's a hole all the way through, but I think that's more like a harness mount. That would have been on the horse's leather somewhere. And anyway, we'll take it home, clean it up, see what it is, take a proper photograph of it, and put it on the video. Wow. No, can't clean it out. I got a feeling there's a hole all the way through this. Let's have a little look. Oh, there is. So that's not. No, I think that's a part of a horse brass or something. Yeah, that's what that is. Okay, moving on. Okay, just turned this out here, and in the clod, I haven't even looked what it is. It's something like a little buckle or something, I'm not sure. Oh, it's a part of a buckle. There you go. Part of a small buckle. Ah, my goodness. Thought we had something complete then, but never mind. It's a tiny buckle. No markings on it, nothing, no design on it. But that's what that is. Part of a little buckle. Moving on. Well, out this afternoon, and I've left my camera at home. What a stupid thing to do. But anyway, we're out this afternoon, and I've just found this little lead pattern button. We'll clean it up and we'll have a little look at it. You'll have to forgive my voice, lost my voice, which is perhaps a blessing to some. But anyway, out on the plough. Haven't been out just a couple of times in the last couple of weeks, odd hours, haven't found anything. It's been a disastrous start of the year in many ways, but hey, we're here, and we've just found this little lead button. Okay, on to the next. Well, not sure if you can see it down here, right there on my shovel, just dug only a couple of inches down there, but there it is on my shovel. It's a little crotal bell, or part of, and that is quite an old one. I'll have a little clean up and then we'll see what we can do with it. Okay, can't clean it up too much. Need to get the stuff out of it. But that's a nice little crotal bell part of. Haven't found one of them for a while. So we'll have a little look and see how old that is, and then we'll move on to the next. Okay. Well, down there, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches, we have this, which is, to me, it's the back of a lapel badge. Not that old, 20th century, late 20th century maybe. It says Collins, London on it. So I assume that's just a simple lapel badge back. Okay, moving on. Well, just down there on the surface, it's a little lead bag seal. No markings, it's pretty well worn. See where the wires came through, not that old either. So there you are, one bag seal. Moving on. Okay, down there on the surface, we have what looks to me like a tiny strap end. I can see a little point there, and you can see the split where the leather would have been, and also on the other side there you can see the pin marks where that would have been fitted. And that would have been the pointed end, would have been the part that would have been fed through the buckle, and the belt, the leather, would have gone round, and on the other end there would have been a buckle that would have fed through. So that is definitely a strap end. Well, let's do a little bit of a live reveal. We've got something in here. Don't know if you can see the edge of it there. Looks like a buckle or part of, and yeah, it's a buckle. A tiny little buckle. Oh well. I'm just trying to work out which way the buckle would have been, and just for a case in point, that strap end that I found, this is how it would have worked. If that was a buckle going that way, there's the strap end that would have gone through there like that, over the bar, and through, and pull the leather. So it's a distinct possibility, because I only found the strap end just a couple of meters up there, so it's a distinct possibility that they came from the same belt. And that I've got a feeling that's the orientation of the belt. It wouldn't have been that way, it would have been that way. And I was just looking to see if I could find where the pin would have sat, but I can't. It doesn't show. So, but that's what I think is the idea here. Here's the strap end, belt there. It would have come through the belt there, over the loop, and then you would have tightened the belt, and the pin would have gone in, and you'd have had a complete belt. So I'm quite pleased with that, possibly coming from the same belt. That looks like an old lead token. I can see some markings, but it's almost gone. It might not be, but it's a piece of lead, and as it was circular, I thought maybe, on the other hand, maybe not. But anyway, it's a find. Moving on. Well, this is possibly one of the nicest days we've had this year. We had a deluge here night before last, absolutely pouring down. Floods everywhere, and most of my fields are looking like this at the moment. But you know, we're still out, and there's some high patches over there and down there, but we just keep pressing on. Okay. Not found much on here, to say the least. Found the swivel fob seal, or part of a swivel fob seal last time, and but I'm sure there's something more on here, and I'm here this afternoon, and we're going to see what we can find. I've only got an hour or so, but it's a beautiful day, and we're going to crack on, see what we can find. Okay, see you at the first target. Well, down there, good 9 inches, we have this, which is a buckle. It looks to me like a shoe buckle. It's too fine to be a harness buckle, but it's not anything really special. Metal is just bare base metal, but that is a shoe buckle, and would have gone something like like that across the shoe, and that is about, I don't know, 1700s. So we're finding stuff on here. You can see where the other pin would have gone across there, and but that's what that is. It's a shoe buckle. As I said, there's stuff we're finding on here, but I still think there's still some stuff that we haven't found, some good stuff. So we keep searching. Well, down here at the bottom of this climb, I don't know, about 5 inches down, we've got something here. Looks like a, oh, it's a buckle. I thought it was going to be a ring, but it's a buckle. That's a nice little buckle as well. Okay. Don't know how old that would be, but I suspect that would be a twin pin, and that would be off a belt of some sort. Not a horse harness, but a belt. And I don't know if you can see it. Nice oval buckle. Pin there, pin's broken off, but that one's almost complete. So there you go. It's a buckle. Moving on to the next. Right, do a live reveal. Down, I don't know, 6-7 inches in here, and not sure what we've got. Oh, still don't know what that is. That's just like a little cap of some sort. We'll clean it up and have a little look, take a photograph and put it up with the video. Okay, moving on. Well, down here some 6-7 inches. I can see it in here. I got a feeling it's a key lock cover. Yeah, I think possibly that's what it is. Either that or it's no, that's what it is, although it looks a little bit different to the norm. Let's have a look, see if we can clean it out a little bit. Well, I think it's a lock cover. I think it's a lock cover, but this looks a little different. It's not a round hole for a screw or a pin to go through. And I was just wondering, could it be a harness pendant? But I don't think so. I think it's a key. I think it's a key cover. Whatever. It's Victorian, Georgian, possibly. I'll look it up. But that just looks a little bit unusual, and I don't know. There's something funny about it. We'll check that out and we'll come back to you with a picture. Okay, moving on. Well, I thought this was going to be a nice big Georgian penny, but it turns out to be a big iron ring. It sounds different now it's out, but when it was in there, it sounded like a big Georgian penny. But there you go, big iron ring. On to the next. Well, doing well for buckles this afternoon. Clean this one out. It's relatively modern. Iron. I think the pin is still intact. Yeah, the pin is still intact. It's I don't know, 20th century. I can't imagine it being older than that. Nice horse harness buckle, but that's what that is. One big buckle. Okay, moving on to the next. Well, doing alright for iron rings this afternoon. There's another beauty. Gave a fabulous signal, and yet it's I'd say it's iron. It's not rusting actually, so no, it's got some iron in it, but there you go, nice big ring. Well, just a bit of a roundup on what I've found over the last 2 hours. Quite a bit of iron actually, which is quite unusual for me, but there you go. One shoe buckle, one plate with screws, not old, another buckle, quite modern but intact, and then we had this oval buckle which is got 2 pins in it. That's quite a nice one actually. And then we had the big ring, 1 cow tube, and then I don't know what that is. That was my first find this afternoon, didn't bother to film it. A little bit of lead, actually it's the only bit of lead. No, I found 2 pieces, there's the other bit. And then shorty caps, and then I found this, which is a what I thought was a keyhole cover, and possibly still is, but it just seems to be a little different from the rest, but we'll check that out anyway. But I suspect it's a keyhole cover. Okay, that's about it. Another little bit of junk, bit of foil, but that's all I found this afternoon in the last 2 hours. So pack it in now because I've got to go, and we'll see you on the next hunt.